was my dad when I was real young, and he had a wagon that in the fall when they picked cotton, well, he would hire people to come and pick cotton for him, and they waited, and then after they waited, they put it over in the wagon, and he had 2 big horses that he would hook to the wagon, and he would go to town to take it to the gin, and he would let me go with him because I was small, and I would ride in the back of the wagon and play in the cotton, that big wagon full of cotton, and he would take me to the gin with him and let me go with him.
Who was like the most important person in your childhood? Like dad, aunt, uncle?
I guess my mother and daddy were really the most important 2 people for me. They were awesome.
What did you dream of becoming when you were younger?
I wanted to go into home economics, and so I went to school here in Palestine for 10 years, and they didn't have a home economics program. So Mother talked to the people in Far City or some of her teacher friends over there, and they said I could come over there and take home economics. You're supposed to start in the 9th grade, but they made an exception and let me, and when I went in the 10th grade, they let me go and start the home economics, and I had 2 years, and I had a wonderful teacher, and she did some advanced sewing and different cooking with me, which I really enjoyed. And then I went on to Harding College 1 year, and of course I met a husband and got married the next year, but I was going to home economics in some way.
Do you have any children?
Yes, I have 3. I have 2 daughters and a son, and both of my daughters are teachers, school teachers. They live in Tennessee, and they teach school. And then my son, his wife is a school teacher.
You have a lot of teachers.
Yes.
What age did you have your children?
Let's see, I was I'm going to have to figure that one out. Let's see, Jan was born in 56, and I got married in 54, so I had her 2 years after I got married. And then 3 years later, I had my other daughter, and then 2 years I had my son.
So you had them not too far apart.
No,
they're pretty close
they're
together.
all pretty close.
How did you end up in the Delta, and what makes this place special to you?
Well, I was born here and stayed here till I got married, and then we moved to Florida. My husband's folks came; they lived in Florida. We moved to Florida and lived down there 4 years. And I was very homesick, and I wanted to come back home because Palestine was home to me, and all my family was here. So he was gracious enough to move me back, and Palestine just always been home. And of course, Forest City, this is home. I'm a home person.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything specific you want to ask?
Would you have rather grown up in this generation, or just stayed, or just grew up how you did?
No, I believe I'd stay where I was.
You wouldn't change anything?
I don't think I would change anything. We were poor, but we were happy, and we had a family group that supported us. Like my mother taught school all week, and then she worked at one of the stores here in Palestine because our money was tight, and she worked and then applied her salary to the grocery bill. We bought our groceries there, and her salary went to help cover some of the sugar and flour and things like that we had to buy. And I stayed with one grandmother one Saturday, and the other grandmother that lived the other way the next Saturday. And then on Sunday we got up and went to church. I had a good life. We were all pretty well the same. I didn't realize that I was poor because everybody that I associated with was in the same condition that I was. We were happy and had a good life.